believe what she's saying. Hey there, how y'all doing? All right, we getting ready to kick it off in just a moment over here. Was your day pretty good today? You said what now?
That's how you want to be on the news today.
Oh yeah,
Don't try to like you know.
12. Oh, that you said. Yeah, I told you earlier.
No, you can tell me you're going on the news. That's what you didn't say.
How'd you know you saw it?
Yes.
What channel on 12? I know. Yeah, I was on there. How y'all doing? We give us just a moment. We coming on through. Got to get it together.
Okay. And then whoop your tail trying to run his ward. You don't know something. Man, I told you stay in your lane.
Well, they stay in theirs. I can stay in mine. All right. Good evening out there in Hinds County, District 66 and surrounding areas. This is the Reliable Representation Talk Show here Thursday at 6 o'clock. We are happy to be here with you. And hello to you, Miss Darlene Wilson. She got here early today, y'all. What's going on with you over there, Miss Brittany?
Hello, everyone. I hope you all are having a thrilling, thankful Thursday. Terrific Thursday.
TTT. Thrilling, thankful Thursday. I like that.
Thrilling, thankful, terrific Thursday.
That's TTT. Well, too many T's. Quadruple T. All right. So tell us what's going on around town, Miss Bowman.
I'm going to be the announcing clerk for today. So welcome you all to the Reliable Representation Talk Show / Church. We will be, I'll be giving you the church announcements today. And first, we would like to say the James family of Utica. This Sunday, you all, is their anniversary celebration. Be there at 3 p.m. Admission is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. $5, you all. You're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different gospel artists that are going to be there. So definitely go out, support the event from all around the way. So it will be at McKenzie Arena, 1200 Seven Springs Road, Raymond, Mississippi, 39154, the big old town of Raymond, Mississippi. So make sure that you all definitely go out, patronize the James family on their anniversary celebration on this Sunday. I also want to state that Councilman Brian Griselle is doing Yard of the Month. Reside in Ward 4. Think that you have a beautiful yard and you want to showcase it and receive some type of compensation or recognition, definitely reach out to Councilman Brian Griselle or his deputy clerk, that is Miss Valerie Brown. Reach out to those. I do want to say an announcement. Councilwoman, well, no, I'm sorry, she's not Councilwoman yet. Candidate for Councilwoman, Jasmine Barnes, is putting together a community cleanup. So it'll be North Jackson against West Jackson against South Jackson. Who has the cleanest community? I think that's a great thing going. So we're asking you all, vendors, sponsors, whoever would like to participate, reach out to me. Brittany Bowman, phone number 601-421-0877. And we're trying to get this kicked off for next month. And so that is all of my announcements. I will come back with more at the end of service.
All right, it's time to take an offering up. What we're supposed to be doing now?
No, it's not time for offering yet. Please carry on.
All right, so I don't know, what do we have to talk about? What's been going on around here? I don't even know where to start. It's been a crazy day. But I don't.
We have a new mayor. We have a new mayor. The city of Jackson. I think you all have spoken for the Democratic ticket.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, definitely. Congratulations to Senator John Horn on progressing to the general election as a Democratic nominee with 75%. 75% of the vote. So people came out and spoke, and they spoke loud, and got to get out and get some work done in June, right? June 3rd to elect John Horn as our next mayor. And so definitely we're excited about the election. I want to send a who else we need to send a shout out to from this last election. I'm still trying. My mind's still trying to wake up, y'all. This little.
I don't know who else from the election, but I do want to commend Mr. Kevin Parkinson. Kevin, if you are listening, you are a model person, young man. You ran an excellent campaign. You were faithful, truthful, and committed to service. I want to commend you because you came out to every cleanup that I invited you to, and I'm talking about you participated. I think you outworked those who kind of coordinated the event, must I say, and that is to be commended. So I wish you much success as you progress. to your next phase in this election. You really, really, really showed where your heart is, and I commend you.
That is great. Yeah, definitely, Kevin. You were an amazing candidate, and I know you're going to make an amazing city councilman. You ran a great race. You ran a clean race, one built on integrity, which is very important. We have so many people that don't run on integrity. They don't want to do the work to get in office, but since they don't do the work, they do what they can. They spend more time working against their opponent than they do to put the word out. And we saw how that ended up in a few elections ago. Our people are really tired of the mudslinging and all that, and so it's time after. So, Kevin, great job to you on securing the Democratic nomination for your ward race, and you do have a contender in June 3rd. So keep up the hard work and bring this victory on home, because I know that you're going to be a great addition to our city council.
Totally get it. I do want to shout out Mr. Iman Thompson. I did know that you were not successful in your bid, but however, service does not stop there. Service is a continued commitment that you do to your people and for your people, showing that you are definitely vested into your community. And on many occasions, people tend to leave when they're not successful. They, pack up, go, and leave. And so I want you to know commitment definitely is needed. And it hurts to lose, but I've learned to turn the L and the loss to a lesson. So you learn something each time that you're not successful in whatever your bid is. And that's God's way of telling you, hey, the work still has to go on. And maybe it's just not the perfect season or timing for that position, but I have something else greater for you. So definitely, I know that you're a faithful attender of church. So you already knows what the good book says.
All right, I'm going to say good evening to Miss Missy Rush and none other than our friend, Miss Mary Briley, all the way from Columbus, Ohio. Thank you so much for tuning in, Miss Briley. Miss Briley, I got your message. I meant to respond to it, but I'll send you another message back. But thank you for tuning in. I hope the weather's good up there in Columbus. All right, so shifting gears, moving forward, where we headed to, definitely want to talk about Mr. Thompson. Mr. Iman Thompson, he was a great candidate. He got out there, he worked really hard, and so we're proud of the campaign, which is one of integrity, that you ran as well. So definitely, I appreciate your friendship, and I hope that we see you again soon on the ballot. We have a caller. Hey, caller, you're on the air.
Hey, this is Kevin Parkinson, baby, and I want to say thank you.
You're very welcome, y'all. We have the future city councilman on the phone, so we're gonna go ahead and claim victory. But we have Kevin.
Let's claim it. But baby, and I want to thank you for all of your support and just lifting me up in good times and bad. You've just been such a inspiration to keep things positive, keep things community oriented. Keep working hard. You have just been such an inspiration, and I appreciate everything you've done. And I also just thank the voters and everybody who's just been so amazing and so supportive. So just tremendous thank you to you and to everyone. And I'm just so blessed and honored and appreciative.
Absolutely. And look, we're going to be getting you back on the show soon. Got to come back again. And we got a lot of work to do, but we are going to claim victory, and we're going to get across that finish line, because you're going to be amazing for the people of Jackson.
I appreciate that greatly, and I look forward to it. I'd love to be back on.
All right. Sounds great. You have a good day. Look, you better be out there knocking on doors now. Be out there working.
Absolutely. Thank you.
All right, Kevin. Thank you for calling in. All right. So we had a guest that we didn't know we were going to have today, didn't we? So definitely great to hear from Kevin, and as really say, he ran a great race. So we're so proud of him, and we got to keep it moving. Okay, hey there, Mike Magazine, how you doing? Good to see you. And we were moving on. Where were we moving to?
I don't know where you were moving to.
I don't know. I forgot.
Well, you all, I do want to say there are families in bereavement, and so as Commissioner Nikita Stamps always say, make certain that you are lifting those families up in prayer, because bereavement is very, very hard. And so I want to make certain that you all are definitely keeping people in mind during their difficult times, because I must say, death has been very, very rampant. Start of 2025, and we're not even 6 months in, and people are definitely getting out of here. So just be mindful to appreciate everyone that's in your circle or that's in your corner or whatever you may consider it as, and definitely thank God that you have loyal people to support you, because that means more. Because there is definitely a drought on loyalty out here. You don't find it.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's so much going on. I don't even know where to go. I don't even know where to start
Well,
from.
my
This
next
one.
announcement, candidates, if you were not successful, yeah, it is my plea for you to pick up your signs. Now, I don't want to start name calling, but now if I keep riding, I keep seeing the signs, and I think it's only right that I call your name and say, hey, not to degrade you in any form, but to say, hey, please get out and get your signs. You all know that you weren't successful, and now it's becoming litter, and so now we need to clean the city up with not with the additional blight by removing those campaign signs, properly dispose of them and get them out of our way and our viewpoints.
All right, I want to say hello to Miss Carol White from Chattanooga, Tennessee. Thank you so much for tuning in. I do know one thing I want to talk about. We had a press conference today at the state capitol, and we had several child care providers that came to the capitol because I don't know if y'all have heard what's going on in Mississippi right now, but in regards as it relates to the child care vouchers, a lot of people are going to be losing their child care vouchers. So, people sending their children to daycare will now have to pay out of pocket with the reduction in vouchers. And basically, the funding was cut. And so, this is just being in line with all of the federal cuts that we're seeing. So the state has cut the funding, and we're working now trying to figure out what it is we need to do. And we're urging them to use the TANF funds because there are TANF funds that are available that can keep this program afloat. So we're urging on the director to start utilizing these funds because our working parents need childcare. I mean, that's a necessity. It's not a luxury that you're getting childcare so you can go to work. So we are doing every single thing that we possibly can to stand behind these childcare providers, as well as these parents. Another thing that's happening is a lot of our childcare providers are part of the federal food program, where you have to have a certain percentage of kids and a certain number of kids in order to qualify. So one of the providers we're talking to said if she loses one more child, that she won't be eligible for the food program anymore. So it's going to really put her in a bind. And so, yeah, we want to make sure that we're standing behind our working families. We talked to several other states that were going through similar issues, and they've all said it doesn't make sense. We're not going to let our child care voucher program end. So, like, why isn't Mississippi getting on board with it? And so we got to see what we can see what it is that we can do for our working families. So that was something that we did today. It was a powerful event. We had some powerful speakers there, and we're just trying to spread, a little bit of awareness. And Ms. Missy Rush, okay, our prayers are definitely with you. We understand, what you've been going through, and we're going to continue to pray for you. Prayer changes things, so we definitely will keep praying for you.
That's amazing. Where are you headed next? What avenue?
I don't know what street. I make a left turn, right
I'm
turn.
not certain, but I didn't bring my checklist today. So.
I don't know. What we have going on at the state capitol, as you know, we don't have anything going on right now. We're not in session. We are waiting on the governor to call a special session so that we can go back and address the state budget. I have heard a lot of chatter about mobile sports betting. I do know the governor did say that he's open to including mobile sports betting in our special session when we go back for the budget. The thing about special sessions is the governor gets to basically dictate what it is we're working on. So we can't just say, oh, we're back in session and we're going to go pass all these bills. We have to work only on what the governor specifies, which ultimately now is going to be the budget. But we've gotten a lot of traction surrounding mobile sports betting. And I think that we're going to have a little leeway in getting that brought back up in our special session. I mean, we passed out of the House 2 years in a row, but the Senate has been stalling on it and not letting us, not letting us move it forward. And so no date set for a special session right now. We're just at the mercy of the governor. However, it's going to have to happen before July 1 because that's when everything basically was shut down if we don't have a budget passed by then.
Wow.
Yep. So
no budget pays.
We got to get it done. We got to get it done.
Wow.
We have to get it done. We got some work. Definitely got some work to do. But we've been enjoying being out of session. Been getting a lot of stuff done. I've been out in the community more, getting some community stuff done. HOA meetings. Been able to attend more of them, and just being able to get back to doing you know what what we need. And I see Mike Magazine says Congressman Thompson is in Greenville tonight at he's on the town hall, and he's talking about the missing SNAP benefits. That is something else that we have going on. There's several families right now that are not getting their SNAP benefits. I know especially the Delta was hit really hard. I haven't heard much about it down here in this area. I'm not saying that it's not happening, but they're trying to figure out what's going on with SNAP benefits. And so, y'all, we just really got to stay prayed up and, pray for each other, pray for our country, just pray for everybody, because we're truly in some difficult times right now. More difficult than people are, stepping up and saying. But it's all going to work out. It's going to be okay. Mike Magazine say the coast was hit pretty hard as well with the SNAP benefits. And so, just let's think about the families right now that are without SNAP benefits. These same families that are going to be terminated from the child care voucher program. And just think about, what they're going through. So, check on your neighbors and check on your people and make sure that everybody's doing okay. And, in these difficult times, because we're in difficult times right now.
Totally agree. I do want to commend everyone who is graduating. This is graduation season is up on us. So definitely if you are a elementary graduate, middle school graduate, high school promotion, whatever they consider it as, college grad, kudos to you, because it's definitely a sacrifice to get up every day to say, hey, I want something better for myself, and I'm willing to put in the time, the dedication to make my life better for my family. So kudos to you. You've made one milestone. You have another one to go. Keep God first, and everything will be good. It does not matter how many acronyms behind your name. I tell people all the time, PhD is always the goal, but I don't need anyone to call me Dr. Bowman. My name on my casket will say Brittany Bowman. It won't say doctor or anything. When I get to heaven, God is not going to say Dr. Bowman. So the acronyms mean nothing. What means the most is that you're out here changing lives for people and making a positive impact in your community. So once you graduate, you move to your next step or career path in life. Thank God that He's opened doors for you, and definitely go out there and own your success and be great at it.
Yeah, that is great. We have a lot of people graduating. The graduation season is upon us. These years just shot by so fast.
It did.
Y'all, one more thing I do need to mention is today is April 24th. Today is the deadline for Governor Reeves to sign our bills into law. So we haven't been talking a lot about what was passed this session because a lot of bills have still been sitting on his desk. So as of midnight tonight, whatever is signed or not signed will become law, and whatever is vetoed, of course, will die. And so in the morning, we'll wake up and we'll have a lot of stuff going on when we know about some of the bills that did make it. Oh, yesterday was National Secretary Day, and a lot of folks wouldn't make it without their administrative assistants. That is so true. Mike Magazine said yesterday was National Secretary's Day. Y'all, administrative assistants really hold things down for people. They're the ones that really keep companies and organizations functioning. They keep government functioning. So we definitely want to make sure that we let them know that we love them and that we appreciate them for everything that they do for us. So that's pretty much what we have going on around the state right now. Kids getting ready for summer, parents getting ready for summer, those bills getting ready to go up sky high, the grocery bill getting ready to go up. So parents, I hope that y'all are ready. My concern is, we have a lot of feeding programs around here in the Hinds County area. And I'm just hoping and praying that that federal funding is not cut. I know that there have been cuts to some of these programs, but I'm just hoping because a lot of people rely on that feeding program, for the summertime. And so Senate Bill 2886 was signed. That's right, Missy Rush, it was signed, and we are one step further to tackling this domestic violence problem that we have in the state, thanks to that legislation. So we are happy about that. And in the morning, like I said, we'll know everything else that's been signed. We'll know what our new laws are going to be going into effect on July 1. I know one of them needs to be a state budget, so we need to hurry and get back to this special session so we can get that done.
Wow. So I definitely need you all to do that because it determines budgets and salaries for people. So I need you all to work very hard to get that done. It will be much appreciated. I do want to go here, you all, before we come back with our evening announcements. I don't know the most way or the best way, should I say, to say this. You all, if your candidate was not successful in the bid for his or her office, don't hate, don't be bitter. Just assist that person in moving on to the next level and asking them first to pray to God and ask what's their purpose. Some of you all, I believe you all are paid to get on social media to just downright deter, degrade, whatever negative word or adjective that we can use, that's what you are doing. Let me tell you something. I learned this at Bible class. When you're steadily downing and criticizing other people, that says a lot about you. You're deflecting the attention from off your intended target and really placing it back on yourself. Whatever you say negatively about somebody only sheds light more about you. So if you're always criticizing, complaining, and never offering areas of improvement for people, then I question you. I question your character. So saying that to say, we have some people that definitely we may feel that should not have been elected for whatever reasons. I feel that way about our president, but that does not negate the fact that he's still the president. And there's a reason why he's there. And so because of that reason, it may be for God to get our attention and say, hey, we need to do better. And so until you all adhere to me, I'm going to give you a crooked, evil leader so that you can learn your lesson. Again, not trying to be religious by any means, but I definitely want us to know that the work still must go on, even if your candidate was not successful. And definitely I need for us as African Americans, please stop the negative talking that you all are doing on Facebook. It is so irritating and so ugly. And some of you all, I want to say, you are forgetting that there are people that know you in real life. You're hiding behind a keyboard, but there's somebody that knows the real you in real life. Just stop it. If you can't get out here to help with the cleanup and anything that's positive going on in the community, just refrain from saying something. Post something, comical that may be going on, or something that's, notoriety or something, or a public event, something other besides all the negative things that you all post in the Hinds County Stump, you post on your personal pages. Just stop it. It's a nuisance, and it says a lot about you, because when I see 40, 50-year-old men, especially, steadily complaining and targeting people, that says a lot about you. And unfortunately, we do not accept anonymous calls. So if you're calling anonymous,
no anonymous
calls. So you can't call in showing your number. Please refrain from calling in. That's not fair. If you're going to say something, don't be a coward. Don't hide behind a star 67. Say whatever there is that you need to be said by calling in. And I'm still not going to stop from what I'm saying, because right is right, doesn't wrong anyone. I may not like somebody personally, but if they're doing a job professionally, I have to respect that.
Let me get them off this line. They on hold. Let me take care of that for them. There we go, anonymous. We took care of that for you. We on hold. We don't want you in purgatory. We want you to just be on wherever you need to be. I understand. This 2025. Why are folks calling playing on these folks' radio station on the phone? No, we're not gonna do that. Like you said, you can't call through and show your number.
But you all need to stop it. And the most of you all who are doing it are not doing anything in the community. I haven't seen you at a cleanup. I haven't seen you at a food giveaway. I don't see you at any schools or a mentorship program. Right now, me and a circle of business owners are working with a young lady out in South Jackson who has absolutely nothing. I've been posting on social media about, reaching out for assistance. And I can count on both of my hands, the number of people that have reached out to say, hey, I don't know her, but I want to help. That's what you call service. You don't have to know people to help them. What you need to know is that could easily be you in that situation. So why not help somebody? And that's my motto. But I'm still going to stand on the side of right. I don't care who it offends, because now we're at a point in life where people need to call a spade and call you to the carpet for what you're doing. Because at the end of the day, these are individuals who have families to go home to. And it's very hurtful and despicable for you all to continuously to sit and hide behind a keyboard, hide behind a phone, and not say how you really feel about a person. You don't have to call the radio station to air out how you feel about a person. You do everything else on social media. Contact that person on social media and say it individually, privately, and announce whatever that is that you have. But all of this backbiting and cowardly acts, you all need to stop.
And when you do it on social media, please don't use a fake profile. All
That too.
All these fake profiles, these people just, I mean, y'all.
That's another one.
This is behavior that you expect from children. And
correct.
You have adults, grown people sitting up here and just, it is just, it's really crazy. All right. We got somebody calling from out of state. All right. We're going to let them come on over here and see who we got on the line. All right. I see Mike Magazine wants to talk about when we talk about the online notary bill. Unfortunately, that bill did not make it out of the Senate. It died in the Senate. I think it was House Bill 1154, I want to say. But we're going to be working, trying to take it back up. And let's get our caller. Hey, caller, you on the air.
Yeah, how you doing, sir?
Doing good. How you doing?
Oh, that's great. I was listening to what y'all was just saying, and the young lady, she was saying something about, Donald Trump is this and that, but he's not. And also, sir, she was saying something about people not doing that in the community. But I want to ask you, sir, what are you doing, sir? Because I don't see you doing anything, sir. At all, sir. I don't know why they voted for you, boy.
Thank you, caller. These folks are comical. He don't see me doing that. And then vote for you. Probably not even registered to vote. Come on, people. Y'all gotta do better than that. Come on, people. people. Y'all.
And to the caller, I didn't say anything about negative about Donald Trump. Now, one thing about me, I can walk into my brother gun at the same time. Now, when you stay fast about bringing over, make sure you come with them. Now, don't come with no artifacts. Come with straight facts. Keep it 100. Yep. Now, what I did say is I was not in support of Donald Trump. However, that does not negate the fact that he's still the president. We still have to respect him. So when you're quoting what the young lady or the girl, whatever you referred me to, the pronoun that you use or should have used, the proper noun is Brittany, because that's my name. So the common noun is girl and the proper noun is Brittany. But what I did say was I was not in support of Donald Trump. But I do like some of his policies, but him as a person, how he speaks to people, I do not like. And for you to call in saying that, I don't know about Representative Nelson, but if you want to call back, definitely call back and let me know, your participation in the community and how we can come help you. Because if you're working, we definitely want to be part of a group of people that are definitely moving the needle forward in the city of Jackson. Thank you.
I wasn't really into it, but he done woke me up now. Y'all, but that just shows this is the kind of foolishness and things that we deal with right around here, and this is why.
And that's why Jackson's not progress.
That's why things look the way they look because of what people do. They have nothing else better to do. Mike Magazine. Unfortunately, that bill did die for online notarization, and I really like that bill.
And one more thing, make sure you stay optimistic around all this negativity. There's some good.
All right, and we have are gonna hate. Consider the source. That's it. When they hating on you, you're doing something right. And look, it's good to have a fan club, ain't it? Hey, caller, you on the air?
Okay, yes, sir. Let me turn my radio down. My question was, I was wanting to know why, what made the bill die that was for putting a casino in Jackson.
Yes, sir. That is a great question. This is our second year with a proposal for a casino. Last year, it never even made it out of committee. This year, we got it out of committee to the floor, and they killed it on the floor. The problem that we're having with that legislation is a lot of the other casinos are saying we don't want it because that's going to basically put us out of business, which is not true. It's going to create a competitive edge. It's going to make these other casinos go in and remodel some of those rooms, and some of the casinos have been remodeled since 1990. But that's the issue that we're having is it's just people don't want it because they're afraid it's going to hurt them and they say it's going to hurt other economies, which is not. That's going to be excellent for the city of Jackson, and it's coming. We are going to continue to work on it. We're going to go back in session this next year, and we're going to keep working on it, because what a lot of people don't realize is that when that legislation was written to bring casinos to Mississippi in the early 90s, Jackson, Mississippi was in that legislation, but the lawmakers took Jackson out and left the coast, Tunica, and the other areas that have casinos in the bill. So honestly, we should have had a casino way back when. They owe us reparations here in the city of Jackson, over 30 some years of it, because we should have had our casino done way back when. But caller, thank you for the call, and we're gonna continue to fight for it. And I'm gonna let Brittany sign us on off of here.
You all be blessed, stay safe, make certain that you're playing an active role in your communities, and make certain that you are removing all types and forms of negativity from your life. Be good. We'll see you all on next Thursday.
See you next Thursday. Y'all, please don't be calling, playing on one of the other's phone up here at the radio station. Take it home.